more professional.
Do they just start playing the bagpipes as soon as you show up anywhere? Is that
Anywhere
how-
I go, it's amazing. I just went to OLV to see my kids, and they followed me there. They started playing outside. I was like, come on, guys. This is getting crazy. But it's great, obviously, the bagpipes.
Can you talk about, Pat, the being involved with this event for, what, 4 years now, and what it kind of means to you?
This is my third year. I got hired just after this coaches versus cancer, so this is year 18 in total. It means more to me this year, though, than ever before. I lost my brother 2 months ago, March 18th, 2014, to lung cancer, and we found out about it towards the end of the season, and it was a very difficult time for all of us. And driving back and forth to Philadelphia and just to be there for your brother. So, for the first time in my life, I've always had acquaintances, distant cousins, things like that have been struck by this deadly disease. But now it hit you at home when you're one of your older brothers. So it's been a trying time, but yet a time to reflect on some great memories that I had with him growing up, and to reflect on having fun with it, laughing about it. I think that's important. I'll mention this today. I saw a study from John Hopkins saying one of the remedies is not only to eat well and things like that and stay in shape, but to laugh and have fun, and to keep your mind clear of any negativity, of any doubt, and any fear. So I think I needed to see something like that, especially going into last night and today. And I feel like he knows that I'm here for him. I'm putting forth more of an effort. It's unfortunate to say that, but that's where I am today. I'm excited to be a big part of this and really raise some money and awareness.
How about the part where you see all these volunteers putting in so much work for people they may not even know? It could be your brother, it could be somebody else's mom, it could be whoever.
You're exactly right. We didn't just throw this together in a week. This isn't 2 weeks of like, hey, by the way, let's do this, this, and this. This is a yearly thing. I mean, we have events throughout the year, but the committee's meeting, once a quarter, once every 2 months to put this great event together. That's why this is a premier event. And these volunteers that just want to be a part of it, maybe they can't give their finances, but they give their time, which I think is even more invaluable, because it's tough. They've been here since 5 a.m. They were here at 5, and they're going to be here till well through 6 or 7, whatever it is. And then we're all going to go to the Beaver Stadium. I mean, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of effort. And the setup, we didn't even talk about that. So the volunteers, I can't thank them enough for what they're doing. They're a big part of what we're trying to do here today.
If you don't mind me asking you, what your brother's name and how old was he when he passed away?
He was 60. His name's Gregory Michael. 60 years old. A lot of life left. A lot of life to live. And it was sudden. It came on quick. He thought he was going in for pneumonia. Thought he had pneumonia. And next thing you know, after 3 hospitals, it was much different. And it came on fast, and it worked its way through him as quickly as I've ever seen in my entire life. Because obviously I know a ton of stories, but this one was really, really bizarre. How quickly it all went down.
You and DJ have now gone through kind of a similar situation with all of that. I mean, has that changed how the two of you have maybe had a relationship, off the court with this kind of stuff, dealing with that, both different situations, but really kind of similar?
Yeah, as you guys know, DJ and I have a really close relationship. Ever since his mom passed of cancer, I wanted to be his father figure. His father lives in Chicago, and he really doesn't have anybody here. So we wanted to take him in. It's definitely brought us closer together. Going through something like this isn't easy. Sometimes you can't talk about it, but I feel like the relationship that we have now, we can't talk about anything. Talk about our feelings, talk about our emotions, talk about what we're going through, and how we can get through it, and how we can make peace of everything, and understand why. I think that's the biggest question for caregivers is why? We don't understand why is it happening to me? Why is it happening to him? Why is it happening to his wife? Why did it happen to DJ and his family? So I think when you have open line of communication like that, it can only be therapeutic and help.
Coach, what's it like having a number of the other head coaches on campus out here today?
Awesome. Spent a lot of time this morning with Coach Pav, Coop. Coop and I did a little dance on the 14th hole because our theme is Happy, by Pharrell, am I saying? Yeah. So you know, I want this to be happy. I want this to be a celebration. I want people to laugh. I want people to have a good time. So to have Coach Thompson, I just saw Bruce Parkhill's back. Barry Parkhill is here. Jerry Dunn's here. Joe Crispin, Danny Earl, John Crispin. Like, it's awesome. It's awesome. Not only the Penn State coaches, but the support that we're getting from generations that really want to be a part of this premier event. It really is. It's a first-class event that everybody looks forward to every year.
Bruce and Jerry were here at the beginning of the Coaches versus
Yep.
Cancer. What kind of respect do you have for, kind of putting this together from the ground up? It started very, very small back in the day.
This runs like a well-oiled machine now. I can't even fathom what they went through to get this thing off the ground and to the level it's at now. It's just unbelievable. And I talk to Bruce often. I talk to Bruce often throughout the year. So it's not like we see each other once a year at this point. So I talk to him about this event, but I've talked to him about coaching and knowledge. Jerry and I stay in touch, so it's great that these guys come back. But to get this thing off the ground and to see where it is today, over $2 million, 18th year, I mean, that's pretty amazing what these coaches have started. And hopefully I'm just carrying the torch as long as I can to keep it going.
Are some of the faces starting to get more familiar in the third year as far as former players and guys that you maybe know a little bit but now have more of a relationship with over the years?
I mean, to see all these guys come back, again, I'll say Joe Crispin, I mean, he lived here, now he's living in Jersey, he misses it, so you get to talk to him. Jared Stevens, you get to talk to him, and Tyler Smith, and Danny Morrissey, and a lot of these former players, Danny Earl. It's just great to hang out with them. Talk about the season, talk about their experiences, talk about what they went through during their tenure. I just feel, I don't know if you guys sense it, but I feel more just coming together. This is Penn State basketball. There's a different feel now, and I think everybody's on board and appreciates what we're trying to do.
You kind of just mentioned this, but you've made it a point to kind of build a culture of, getting the history of the program back to the present and kind of getting that sort of legacy together. I mean, how much different do you think it is today than maybe how it was 3 years ago?
What I would say is obviously we're working hard. We're trying to get more people back, and that's always going to be an annual effort. Every day, every month, every week, we got to keep in contact with all these former players and coaches. We want them to come back. We want them to be a part of this. We started a newsletter, a quarterly newsletter, just to let them know, hey, this is what's going on. And I think if we just keep ourselves in front of our former alums and former players and coaches, they're going to want to feel a part of it, and we want them a part of it. I mean, that's our outreach, and I think that will only help our current players, because then they'll learn, okay, hey, let me tap into this guy and what he went through in his 4 or 5 years, and now what is he doing professionally? Did he go overseas? Did he play in the NBA? What's he doing in his career as the golf balls continue to drop?
Does DJ have any camps lined up yet? I know
He's at KD at the end of the month. So Kevin Durant at the end of June, and if he plays well there, we'll go to LeBron, which is great. Again, we're getting the respect out there. 2 guys on all conference teams. Tim goes to Duran. Now DJ's going to Kevin Durant. I mean, I see progress in everything we're doing. This is a process. You guys know that. This is a process. But I'm the most impatient person ever, but it's slowly getting to where we want it to be.
And Tim's done the Suns and the Knicks so far. Do you know if he's got more lined up?
I do. I can't confirm, but I know Boston's up next. I think maybe June 1st or 2nd, so early next week. I think he's back in Houston now. I talk to him after every workout. Feels great. Sounds great. He sounds more confident than he ever has. I thought, going back to his junior year, he was super confident. I hear it in his voice now. Just a different player, different kid. Thank you. Thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Pat.